and that aggressiveness, the willingness to attack the strike zone. He does not fear contact.
Good thing.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat is a base hit inside the left field line. Goldschmidt makes the turn around first base and trotting into second, standing up. 9-pitch at-bat.
Finish of the swing is a little bit reminiscent of the way Matt would finish.
So pitch number 21 of the inning. And DeYoung gets underneath it, popped up into shallow left. Chisholm with the catch, and that's out number 2.
Fan around the United States knew that both of them would end up in a Cardinal uniform.
Very fair.
Force play at second. Cardinals will strand a pitch. Take a look at that Miami lineup.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun to look at it down in a lot of those rankings. So a few more veterans around, Corey Dickerson being one of them.
Fly ball to the former Marlin, Austin Dean.
Happens, and you just look for him to have consistency. He's had, I would say, decent stuff in spring training, but he's just gotten off.
I believe he'll get his opportunity when you add the fact that he's been a great manager.
Turned by Carpenter, double play. Gets the ground ball.
Really a 5-tool guy, potentially.
Oh, my. Launches another one into deep right. Adios. Long home run. Dylan Carlson. He's getting hot at the right time. The stretch run of spring training, 1-0 Cardinals. Offer great perspective on Austin Dean. You saw him a lot with Miami. Tough play here. Chisholm deep in the hole. Third baseman almost
twice a week in AAA, and he gets the call to the big leagues.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just not how it works. Well, why didn't the DH come back this year? We did it last year. We loved it, right? Now, maybe not everybody.
On the other side, responding to everything that he said, and we were picking that up on the radio side, and it was going on for about 2 innings.
Sure.
And it was actually pretty fun.
The 2-2. Back to Flaherty. Double play ball. Carpenter steps on the bag, and the second double play turned by the
somebody that is comfortable enough in their own shoes that they're going to be consistent. And I would say a tough team to open up with, too.
Carpenter lifts a fly ball to left field. And Dickerson with the catch.
And they're playing everybody because all the teams are closer.
Out to deep left field. Dickerson, though, is there.
In spring training games, even against teams that they were only playing a couple of times, you're always
a few days ago for the Marlins, which was fun to see, but he is taken full advantage of the playing time he gets in spring training. He's always put up good numbers. I know exactly how he became a Marlin. It was that series that you're talking about as he goes.
Many fans being able to take in a little baseball today.
And celebrate too long. And, just get after it. So, it was kind of a situation where Donnie really stepped up, and his leadership led to so much of the success.
That's right. Runner goes, and the hit and run to perfection.
Try not to take that personally. Kids want to get out of whack. You got a lot of moving parts, but watch how smooth he is when he finally gets that foot down.
Fly ball, left field, and it drops. A base hit for Dylan Carlson. A run will score.
As far as, calling up guys if they've got an injury or a guy on the disabled list, they're going to have to lean on those guys a little bit more and hope that their example, Cardinals as well. I mean, the Marlins farm system is very, very deep, and they need their reps. They need their at-bats, and they need to grow.
3-2 pitch. And Dickerson on the 8th pitch of the
it all year.
Right.
Doesn't make sense.
3-2 on the ground. Backhanded stop to Young. Oh, what a play. Goldschmidt on the bag and the out.
It's going to make the left side better.
Aguilar lifts a fly ball into left center. The catch is made by Dean with Bader sliding behind him.
Well, my answer to it was Big T couldn't do that. I mean, that big guy.
That's the thing you want to see. And he drives it out to right field, but the catch is made. Lewis Brinson is there. And a strikeout of Carpenter. 2-2. Lined into the gap in left center. It is cut off by Dickerson. That'll hold Goldschmidt to a single. Nice play. And the 1-0. Arenado grounds it sharply to third. And a force play at second. Nolan is 0 for 2. Says you have Carpenter now at first. Goldschmidt is out. And that is lined into left field for a base hit. Hanging slider Whacked out to left for a leadoff hit. The time.
It was only 60 games last year for the players as well. I think depth is going to be huge.
The base hit out to left. The throw into third is not in time.
The scoreboard.
0-1 pitch. Fights it off on a hop. Runners stay put, and because of that, confusion, and it was dropped by Carpenter at first. No outs recorded and a run
In the air by Carpenter, so they didn't want to go initially.
Sierra taps it out in front of the plate, and Flaherty throws it away. Run scores. This game tied at 2, and Magnera Sierra, watch him run. Winding up at third, standing up.
And this is who the Marlins are. They pride themselves on this. Don Mattingly talks about it, and they want to keep it going.
This is as sloppy an inning the Cardinals have had all spring.
Did it all last year, continuing to put pressure on people. 3 singles, including an infield hit. You know, it turned into 3 runs.
And that turns into another one. Just over the wall in right. And a solo home run to make it 4-2. An opposite field shot. Just over the outstretched arm and glove
of 4, but he had to hit that last ball on the screws, because that's a long way to hit the ball opposite field.
Carpenter takes it himself.
Get an opportunity, you make the most of it.
Yeah, you got to know your role.
Pitch taken, a 2 pitch. Lined out to right, and the catch is made by up.
Yeah, would you agree that you think, you know, maybe things are coming back around? I've been.
So it's not always in the same location.
Goes down to get it, lifts a fly ball to left, and the catch made by.
Hitters catch up to anything.
Right.
And this pitch is popped up into shallow center. 1-1 to Dean. Off the end of the bat. That'll carry out to center.
Classic Renteria, right? I mean, just kind of fights off a fastball and gets it up the middle. Getting them ready for their big league careers, telling them how hard it's going to be, and reminding them.
Brinson on his way to second base. 1-out double. Tough to get that ERA back down, and eventually he did. Just about 2 for the year. Here's a 1-2 and a strikeout for Webb. So he comes in, cleans.
Yeah, certainly some good hard throwers.
0-2 lined into the shift. Puts it in play, hit up the middle. He may beat this out. Tough chance. And Carpenter hits it sharply off the first baseman's mitt in a 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. 96.
First thing I like about those changes, and there's 5 different changes,
as Webb will make the play.
Always have to be seen.
Well, and it's the rules that I love. I mean, we're all over the fence, or nothing else is going on.
No question about that. And I think the question is not so much that we want less
activity in the game. As Sosa hits it to short, and the pick at first.
Going to be in the top 10 in home runs this year as a team. That's just not going to happen. Not the ballpark they play in.
It's whacked out in the gap in right center, and Edman will stop at first base.
And he's going to get the opportunity to do more of that this season with the Marlins.
There's a ground ball, and there's an out. Pitch to Justin Williams. Well hit the other way, but that'll stay in the ballpark, and the catch is. And a ground ball hit to the right side. Little charity hop taken there over to Carpenter.
Either side.
Right.
But the hitters, I mean, it can be an absolute nightmare.
So a couple of walks in the inning by Gallegos.
Your favorite teams have new networks. Fox Sports Florida and Sun are becoming Bally Sports Florida and Bally Sports Sun, March 31st.
This has not been a great camp for Giovanni Gallegos. This is his 6th game that he's appeared in. 5 innings, 8 hits. And I think the thing that concerns you is just the walks. That's his 4th walk now of the spring. And when he's right, he doesn't walk anybody.
No, he doesn't. And walks were really kind of all over the place. The first week of games in spring training, I must say, some tough games to watch, because both clubs, whether it was the Cardinals or the Marlins or the Astros, whoever we were engaged with that day, there was about 15 walks a game. And so it seems like the Cardinals have gotten out of that for the most part. And we've had some very crisply played games in the last week, no matter who we're seeing. And so a little bit of an anomaly here for Gallegos to have these walks, and it really isn't him when he's right.
Rick, can I ask you about that? When a pitcher gets into this spot, where expectations are certainly high for what he has and what he can capably do, and is kind of dealing with it in spring training, I think fans would understand it. It looks more mental than physical. Yeah. The stuff seems to be there. Maybe the velocity, the arc, the angle, everything else is adding up. But what's going on in his mind, and how does he get through that, or how does he stop it from happening?
Well, one of Mike Maddox's favorite thing to say, and we talked about it earlier, is trust your stuff. And I think for a pitcher in spring training, and I can't speak for every single pitcher, but I know there's a tendency to maybe want to overthrow, do a little bit too much instead of just kind of staying within yourself. You tend to just kind of rear back and because when the day's over, somebody's going to say, well, you were at 89 today and not 91, or you're at 91 and not 93. What's wrong? And in spring training, you might not quite have all your velocity there yet, and I think that forces pitchers to maybe get out of their comfort zone a little bit.
This is Connor Scott at the plate, 2 runners on, and he lifts a fly ball out to left center, and that ball is trouble, and it's down. 1 run is in. Sandy Leon being waved in. The relay to the plate is not in time.
That's when you get a little creative, huh?
Yeah. There's a base hit into right. Adds to the lead, 7-2 Miami. Thinking, well, we may be coming back. I mean, the players were thinking is
outings to get back to, or get to where they're ready for opening day.
Warner, the park at Port St. Lucie. Big curveball swung on and missed.
Well, I think the Marlins would take exception to that. So.
And for those of you just joining us, Todd Hollandsworth is down in Florida at Roger Dean Stadium. He'll be in the call with Paul Severino all season long for the Marlins. Dan McLaughlin, Rick Horton with you in the studios here in St. Louis as we share this telecast with our fans down in South Florida and right here in the Midwest. Here's Caesar. Jumps on the pitch, and a fly ball out to left, and it's caught. That'll do it. Marlins win it by the final of 7-2. And Miami is now 10-4-5 this spring, and with the loss, the Cardinals are back to 500, 7-7-4.
I think both managers mostly happy with what their starting